All right, welcome back to another video. This one is on the air pump for the Epson large format printers. So if you are trying to print or run cleaning cycles and absolutely no ink is coming out and you've ruled out a blockage, it's probably one of two things. It's either an electrical problem, like with a circuit board, or it's this air pump, and this is what pressurizes your carts. So if you're not getting good pressure in your carts, this might be the problem. The part's not too bad. I think it's around $280 from S. International. I'll put a link in the description, but it's here on the back panel. To replace this, the one thing that's important is that you don't reverse these two tubes. And when you get your new pump, those two will have a little jumper, just like this one has a jumper that connects the two. So you'll remove the jumper and then connect these hoses, but it's actually quite a simple swap. There's a few screws. There's one right here. There's one right here. And that's it. So we'll remove those two screws after we've undone the hose and electrical connections. So those snake through the back here, and if you have a 9800 or 9880, there will be a splice or like a bridge connection somewhere in the middle of the run that you remove, but on the 7800 and 7880 you'd actually connect right to the main motherboard. So let me show you that. All right, so what you want to do is just gently loosen and take out these wires and hoses without poking a hole in this rubber one. Otherwise you'll have an air leak. So you can leave these black and white coiled ones. You're just removing these three. This braided one, this flat one, and this air hose. And when you're putting it back together, it's exactly the reverse. There's this little coil of plastic protecting these wires, so you can just remove that. I think it's easier to remove it and put it back than to try to work around it. So just pull that off. Just reverse it to put it back on. So right here, this flat black one, pop that off right there. Just nice and gentle. And you gotta be gentle so that you don't separate these connections. But it's hard to pry it off without pulling the wires, so I just gently pull the wires. Maybe you're not supposed to do that, but it's worked for me. Okay, those two are out of the way. Back at the pump, I'm going to go ahead and remove these two screws. So one on the bottom, one side. So we're going to gently pull both of those off. Pop, pop, and then there's a little tab, so you have to just slide this whole unit up, and then it should wiggle right out. And then there's one more electrical connection on the side here. This orange and black braided wire connects to the side, so just gently pull that out. Look how it went in, because you're going to put that back into the new pump. So here you've got your pump. Your new one will look just like that, but it'll have a jumper connecting these two empty slots. So you'll take that jumper off when you reconnect it. And then same as before, to reconnect, bottom hose goes on the bottom, top hose goes on the top, black and yellow jumper, goes back in the side, and then you refeed the wires and reconnect them to the motherboard. Easy peasy.